Dateline, Santo Ileso. Eyewitnesses described what may sound like a scene out of a science fiction movie. An unidentified person zooming through the city on a floating skateboard. Police are investigating reports that the skateboarder damaged vehicles and property near the Marshall building in what might have been a publicity stunt gone wrong. Perhaps this exciting new product may be coming to store shelves in the not-so-distant future. Star Register News Network, Juana Villalobos reporting. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Crowds lined up at FBs all over Santo Ileso this week to welcome back the classic Mecha Burger toy. But their jubilation was cut short by the theft of 500 Mecha Burgers from an FB's in Old Town, which was that restaurant's entire supply. The Idols have claimed responsibility for this theft. One wonders if it is possible for the Idols to sink any lower. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso, an attempt at corporate espionage, has ended in gunfire at Marshall headquarters. Marshall has declined to comment on which of its competitors are believed responsible for the attack, or whether the incident will impact which new technologies will be demoed at the upcoming Marshall Expo. Star Register News Network, Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Members of the gang Los Panteros were arrested for antiquities smuggling after a truckload of stolen artifacts was intercepted in the desert outside Santo Ileso. Among the items recovered was the long-lost Hummingbird Codex. Dr. Antonio Espina of the Museum of Santo Ileso plans to unveil the ancient Aztec treasure at an upcoming gala. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. An abandoned Wild West theme park was the scene of a pitched gun battle as Marshall operatives faced off with the Nawali, a notorious assassin and smuggler, currently number 7 on Interpol's most wanted list. Marshall representatives would neither confirm nor deny they are now holding the Nawali at the Frontier, the company's private detention facility. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Gang warfare reached a new height in Santo Ileso when the Saints stormed the Bikini Lagoon Casino, headquarters of the internationally wanted criminal known as the Nawali. The altercation, involving a VTOL and a helicopter, left the Nawali and all his associates dead, and the Saints the undisputed rulers of the Santo Ileso underground. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. The Idols are suspected in the murder of District Attorney Justin Clark. Clark's body was found in the trunk of a car riddled with bullets near a known Idols hangout. The DA had recently launched an investigation into the activities of the anarchist cult. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Dateline, Santo Ileso. The Dust Moot, Santo Ileso's annual citywide live-action role-playing event, will be held in stages over the coming weeks, in participating venues and likely on a sidewalk near you. The winner of the competition will earn the Dust Crown for the upcoming year. Last year's Dust King could not be reached for comment, but it's safe to say, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Officials are warning the public to be on the lookout for cargo pallets that may have landed in neighborhoods across the city. The pallets may contain illegal drugs and were dropped from a cargo plane during a high-altitude chase over Kavanaugh County. The plane and its crew have so far avoided capture. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A homemade explosive device detonated on a yacht anchored near Marina del Lago, resulting in a fire that sank the vessel. The yacht was allegedly being used as a base of operations by The Collective, the shadowy group rumored to run the Idols. A previously unknown organization calling itself The Saints is claiming responsibility for the incident. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. The largest silver nugget ever mined in Kavanaugh County was stolen from its display case at Park Service headquarters. The nugget was on loan from Leland Hartley, president of the Hartley Southwest Financial Group, whose family mined the nugget in 1894. The robbers eluded police after a high-speed chase through the Rojas Desert. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A shootout between the Idols, Los Panteros, and Marshall Defense Industries left many dead or injured in Providencia Cemetery. Suspects were seen fleeing the area on Marshall hoverbikes. The company has declined to comment. In lighter news, Mercado boasts a new mural by an unknown street artist whose work demonstrates an unusual level of talent and skill. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Good news for hired killers. The Wanted app now offers a convenient way for users to safely and anonymously settle scores and bury the hatchet in the necks of their enemies. But some freelance operatives are concerned that this new gig economy could be bad for their profession and the murder industry as a whole. Wanted is now ranked number 5 among free apps. Star Register News Network, Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. The Marshall Expo ended in disaster when its new AI tank prototype went rogue, causing millions in property damage, including the destruction of the city's beloved smelter statue. Newly appointed Marshall chairperson Myra Starr says Marshall deeply regrets the incident and that Atticus Marshall has been removed from his position in consequence of this debacle. She adds that she will be discontinuing the unnecessary enhanced security measures that have been inconveniencing Santo Ileso citizens. This has been the Star Register News Network. Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. It rained on the parade of the Museum of Santo Ileso as criminals made off with a statue of Tlaloc, the rain god, with a helicopter. The statue was to be the centerpiece of a new exhibit, Aztec Santo Ileso, amid controversy and rumors of an international antiquities smuggling ring operating in Kavanaugh County. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Fire has gutted the Scorpion Motors auto plant, a center of industry in Santo Ileso until its closure in 1970. Los Panteros operated an illegal chop shop inside the factory, where an explosion of nitrous oxide canisters ignited the blaze. Fortunately, the exterior and surrounding area sustained only minimal damage. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A confrontation between the Purple Shirt Mafia and the Purple Shirt Mafia Task Force resulted in spilled drinks and property damage at Lancelot's Casino in El Dorado. Casino owner Domenico Russo denies any connection with the Purple Shirt Mafia. Star Register News Network, Juana Villalobos reporting. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Economists report a 22% surge in new construction this quarter, a positive sign for the Santo Ileso economy. And 15% more new businesses are expected to open this year, according to the Kavanaugh County Chamber of Commerce. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A monster truck led police on a wild chase through the Lakeshore Financial District as it rampaged through roadblocks and over oncoming traffic. The vehicle belonged to Bucky Gunderson, reigning champion of the Ilasoil Smelter Dome Monster Truck Rodeo. Gunderson confirmed the truck had been stolen for the 3rd time this year. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. In a surprise move, Police Chief Michaels has disbanded the Purple Shirt Mafia Task Force, thanking its members for their distinguished service. Does this mean we've heard the last of the Purple Shirt Mafia? Absolutely, says Police Chief Michaels. She adds, no organization of that name will trouble Santo Ileso ever again. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Authorities have confirmed that Robert Firth, heir to the Pacific National Railroad fortune, is dead. The Firth family has denied rumors that Robert, a fixture of the Santo Ileso party scene, may have had dealings with organized crime. Firth's body was found in the mangled wreckage of his car, which had collided with a speeding train near Smelterville. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso, The Frontier, Marshall's private detention facility, went on high alert after a pilot lost control of their helicopter and crashed in a nearby canyon. The proximity of the crash activated the prison's security alarms. There were no reports of rioting or escaped prisoners, and the increased Marshall presence in the streets following this incident is coincidental, according to Marshall representatives. They declined to comment further on this situation. Juana Villalobos, Star-Register News Network. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Investigation continues into the armed robbery of Big Vig's payday loans in Mercado. It was the sixth predatory lender to be robbed in as many months. Officials say the incidents could be related. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. An unknown criminal organization derailed and robbed a Marshall train carrying cash destined for local banks. Officials confirm Los Panteros were also involved in the incident. Their leader, Sergio Velez, died in an altercation with the Nawali, an escaped fugitive. Marshall declined to comment on the train, the robbery, the unknown criminal organization, the death of Sergio Velez, or how the Nawali escaped from their private detention facility. Juana Villalobos, Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. An illegal drag race ended in tragedy at the Santo Ileso culvert, where an outbreak of gang violence has left many dead. The casualties are all members of Los Panteros. Authorities say the incident was the result of an internal dispute between rival factions of the notorious street gang. Juana Villalobos, Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A violent confrontation broke out between Los Panteros and the Idols anarchist group at a resort illegally occupied by the Idols for an unsanctioned gathering. The altercation spilled into the streets, ending in a high-speed vehicle chase and a barrage of rocket fire that left burning wreckage in its wake. So far, no arrests have been made. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Local real estate developer John Bland was kidnapped this week in broad daylight, right outside City Hall. The incident has halted work on several of Bland's development projects, including the proposed demolition of the old 3rd Street Church. The identity of the kidnappers is unknown. Reporting for the Star-Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Investigation continues into the theft of the Hummingbird Codex, stolen from the Museum of Santo Ileso, despite security provided by Marshall Defense Industries. Although witnesses report the presence of both Los Panteros and the Idols on the night of the burglary, officials have no leads indicating the current whereabouts of the artifact. Marshall Defense Industries has consistently declined to comment on how this catastrophe occurred during their watch. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star-Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A new gang of art thieves is terrorizing homes in Monte Vista. So far, only outdoor sculptures have been stolen, but all 3 victims report phone calls preceding the thefts, as though to assess whether the houses were occupied. The 3 pieces stolen were all Nizoni Fisher originals. Miss Fisher's artwork has greatly appreciated since her death in 2018. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star-Register News Network. Disturbing news from the city of Steelport. Since the disappearance of the city vigilante known as Chief Justice, crime has risen an astonishing 237%. Some residents describe their state of mind as dismayed. Others state that despite the rise in crime, they are glad to have seen the last of that violent maverick. Over the course of his lengthy career, Chief Justice's actions have prompted gratitude from some, disgust from others, and fear from many. It seems his disappearance is as divisive as his presence. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Police Chief Lee Michaels has announced the formation of a special task force to investigate the so-called Purple Shirt Mafia and bring its ringleaders to justice. The organization is blamed for recent increases in car thefts, smuggling, armored truck heists, and reckless driving. Citizens with information about the Purple Shirt Mafia are urged to contact the Santo Ileso Police Department. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Dateline, Santo Ileso. Police have dismissed allegations that the Ketchum family is live streaming a secret murder circus from their abandoned factory compound on New Birmingham Island. Lawyers for the Ketchum family noted the island is private property and not open to the public. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Multiple eyewitnesses report that a Marshall fighter plane unleashed a barrage of missiles over Smelterville, causing millions of dollars in property damage. While denying responsibility for the incident, a Marshall spokesperson assured investigators they would have the company's full cooperation. Star Register News Network, Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A dispute among customers at Batter Up Donuts has left many dead or injured in sanatorium flats. At this time, authorities have not yet determined the cause of the violence. The participants were heavily armed and came from all walks of life. It is the third worst shootout at a Santo Ileso donut shop this year. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Explosive developments at City Hall as citizens are calling for a ban on rocket-propelled grenade launchers after recent incidents of mayhem, including a frenzied battle at Meeker Square. A spokesperson for the mayor's office stated the city council is now drafting an anti-ordnance ordinance to combat the issue. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Santo Ileso police are investigating the murder of Grinler Davis, which took place at Hubert's run-and-gun shooting range. Initially reported as an accident, it has become clear the shooting of Davis was premeditated, allegedly involving many armed suspects who are not regulars at the gun range. It is unclear at this time whether the suspects competed or cooperated in the matter of Davis's demise, but given the Hollywood mogul's reputation, it is possible that every single one of them had a motive. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Community reports of peeping toms in cardboard costumes has focused unwelcome negative attention on Santo Ileso's LARP. While no confrontations have taken place, several residents residing near the Dust Fair have reported LARPers trespassing into their yards. Dust Fair employees have issued a formal apology to the people of Santo Ileso, assuring them that such behavior is not condoned by the LARP. They promise the players will be reprimanded once their identities are discovered. We hope this distressing episode will be forgotten in time for us all to enjoy next year's Dust Moot. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Public health officials are warning people to stay away from trucks filled with toxic waste. They may contain chemicals which can turn ordinary people into violent homicidal killers, a condition doctors are calling toxic rage. This has been the Star Register News Network. Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Criminals hit the jackpot in El Dorado when 4 casinos were robbed by helicopter. The flying felons grabbed the cash using a powerful magnet. Authorities believe the incident may be linked to other helicopter-related crimes in the local area. This has been Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. An illegal street race in Lakeshore ended in tragedy for Nikki the Speed Queen Owens. She was among several racers competing in an unsanctioned go-kart event in the financial district when she lost control of her vehicle and crashed. Authorities have ruled the death an accident. Dime out $500. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Dateline, Santo Ileso. A set of baseball cards, valued at over $6 million, was stolen from the Lakeshore penthouse of oil tycoon Reginald Bradford Delacroix III. The collection includes a miscut 1911 Milton Normsworthy rookie card, which last sold at auction for $3.3 million. Normsworthy played for the Smelterville Hammerheads until his controversial trade to Meeker City in 1917. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. Life imitates action movies at the Sunshine Springs Hotel and Spa, where unidentified criminals staged a daring heist right in the middle of an auction gala. The thieves, armed with state-of-the-art martial tech, blew open a vault containing Chris Hardy's collection of movie memorabilia and escaped, with the entire collection by Marshall Helicopter. Neither Mr. Hardy nor Marshall Defense Industries, which provided security for the event, could be reached for comment. This reporter can't help wondering if we'll see a similar action sequence in the unannounced but inevitable Heist and the Hazardous 10. Reporting for the Star Register News Network, this is Juana Villalobos. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. A brazen heist played out like a scene from a Hollywood movie on the streets of the financial district, as armed assailants robbed the headquarters of the Hartley Southwest Financial Group. Police believe the incident may be linked to earlier robberies at Park Service headquarters and the Photon's Edge in La Galeria Shopping Center. This has been the Star Register News Network. Juana Villalobos reporting. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. The Sagebrush Hotel had a brush with scandal involving City Councilman Leonard Grossman, his wife Barbara, and a prostitute. EMTs on the scene treated the councilman for multiple bullet wounds. According to eyewitness Honey LaFontaine, quote, Barb shot him in the junk, end quote. Barbara Grossman fled the scene, and police are considering her a person of interest. Her current whereabouts are unknown. The councilman is in stable condition. This has been the Star Register News Network. Juana Villalobos reporting. Dateline, Santo Ileso. The local food truck scene has a new reigning champion, Chalupa Cabra, a traditional taqueria that offers popular Mexican favorites on the go. Restaurant manager Chuy Hernandez announced that Chalupa Cabra would operate its trucks citywide to replace Twisty Creamy, Six-Shooter Samurai, Chicken a la the King, and I Dream of Weenie. Juana Villalobos, Star Register News Network. Newsflash, Santo Ileso. An anarchist plot to blow up the Santo Ileso sign proved unsuccessful when the explosives failed to detonate. Police are currently investigating the connection between this plot and a violent gun battle at a nearby idol's house party. This is Juana Villalobos, reporting for the Star Register News Network. In sad news, the search for Daniel Lee continues. Lee, 24, was reported missing some time ago by his mother, with whom he resides. Initial investigation turned up evidence of a scuffle involving anarchist group The Idols in an alleyway near his home. But from there, the trail went cold. Lee's fellow mailroom employees describe him as quiet and mild-mannered, without the physical means to defend himself against an assault. Anyone with any information regarding Lee's whereabouts is encouraged to immediately contact authorities.